Let's speak now to Christophe Premat. He's an MP from the Governing Socialist Party. Good morning, Mr. Premat.
Good morning.
Now, we heard the Prime Minister in that report by Lucy Williamson warning that the danger of the far right has not gone away despite the fact of them not winning a seat or a region. So your party may have seen off the threat from the far right for now, but what about the mainstream righters such as the Republicans who are still in politics?
Well, I think it's a very strange election, as we have now a balance between three political forces: the National Front, which didn't win any regional presidency, but they won 358 seats at the regional level, which is a lot of seats. So that's why the threat is still here. But the Socialist Party was really clear after the after the first rounds, according to vote for the Republican candidates. I think the electors heard that message. But of course, for the right party, it's a small victory. So I think no political forces can say today that there is a strong victory. I think we have a balance between three political forces now in a majoritarian system. So we'll see what's going to happen the next year.
That indeed makes for a very interesting development in French politics, because essentially what voters seem to have done is not necessarily voted for your party, but rather against the far right. So you have your work cut out in the next year.
You're right to say that. I think that there is a big problem in the situation right now. I think we feel in France that people don't live in the same world, in the same society. They are different societies. I think that's very important to be aware of that. And I think we cannot do politics in the same way. Of course, we have been saying the same thing in 10, 20 years.
So what do you need to do differently? The presidential elections are coming up in 2017, and we have seen President Nicolas Sarkozy coming back into the frame of things. What are you going to do differently?
As far as I'm concerned, I would like to. I think we need to include people in politics a little bit more than the situation now. So we need to rebuild a public space where we can discuss, where we can share things, and we need to share power for that. And I think that's a very important thing if we want to get people interested in politics. We need to find new tools, new participatory tools, in order to make them their voice heard. Because now, as I say, the public space is very poor. So people don't meet each other, don't live in the same reality, in the same social reality, and we have to be aware of that. We have to rebuild this public space in the sense of the German philosopher Jürgen Habermas said, that people need to discuss, even to have conflicts, but open conflicts, so that we can try to find out new solutions. So there is a big responsibility for our parties right now.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. That's Christophe Premat, an MP from the Governing Socialist Party in France. And I did say President Sarkozy, of course, his former president, Nicolas Sarkozy.